Alright guys, I'm here with a bit of information for Dragon Ball Legends. So the Legends Festival 2022 Part 2 new character trailer just released. It wasn't reveals and stuff, it was just the announcement of the characters we're going to be getting for Part 2. And we do know who they are now. Now, concerning the cryptic message that we got, there was speculation as to who that character could be, whether it was Goku Black and Zamasu, or even Gowasu. But of course, sure enough, the character for the cryptic message is Zamasu. Now, whether or not the unit is going to be a Sparking unit or an EX unit is to be determined, because they've only shown us the characters. We do not know any of their kits as of right now because they haven't tweeted anything. So as of right now, this is all just initial impressions based off of the trailer. But we do know that we are going to be receiving a brand new Zamasu unit. And also, we're getting another LF unit. And this has me excited. I mean, people probably saw this coming from a very, very long, like a mile away, but still, the new LF unit we're going to be getting is none other than Father Son Galick Gun, Trunks, and Vegeta. I am super excited for this. You guys, again, I've been screaming this to the heavens. You guys know how excited I am to finally get this unit in the game. Like, Zamasu, in truth, I don't care. It's Zamasu, he'll be alright. This right here though, Father Son Galick Gun, I've been waiting for this. It's finally time. So, based off of what we're able to see in the trailer, we do know that one, they are of course a tag unit, which means, and I'll get it correct this time, Future now has 3 tag units. They have the androids and they have Future, Gohan, and Trunks. Regardless of them being an EX unit, they are still a tag unit. So now we have Trunks and Vegeta as the 3rd tag unit for Future, which, well, actually it leads to another point which I'll get into later. Anyway, so one of the first things that we see in this is Trunks' special skill, which seems to be a power-up. I initially thought it could have been like an AoE, but it just seems as if it's a power-up, which is okay. The effects that the special skill will bring onto Trunks, again, we still have no idea. We haven't gotten any details concerning any of the units just yet, but hopefully we'll get them soon. Anyway, afterwards, we actually see Trunks do blast cover, which is nice because if I'm not mistaken, Goku and Vegeta, the Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta, both have strike cover. So, and actually before that was, because Gohan and Trunks don't have a cover change, and the androids both do blast cover. So it's actually nice knowing that, you know, Trunks has blast cover, because even though I'm getting a bit ahead of myself, but I'll just reiterate when we get to there, Vegeta has strike cover. So these guys have cover changes practically on lock, which is actually pretty nice. But anyway, Trunks has strike cover. He doesn't have blast armor on strike at all. And afterwards, we swap into Vegeta, who also has a power-up special skill, which is, again, nice. The effects of the special skill, we don't know what it is just yet. We'll find out later. That's perfectly fine. But he seems to have a power-up special skill. He also doesn't have blast armor on his strike arts. So that's one thing you will have to be careful of with this unit in particular. Again, it's a tag unit, so by default, they're going to have like a powerful kit. They're going to be strong units, but you can't just, you know, charge headstrong into battle. But actually, if I'm not mistaken, the only tag units that have blast armor on strike is Goku and Vegeta. That's it. So apart from them, there's not really much you have to worry about anyway. But even so, they're still going to be really, really strong. There's no way that they'll be weak. Anyway, he doesn't have blast armor on strike, and again, he does have strike cover, which is good. So when it comes down to strike or blast, depending on who's in, will allow you to be able to have variety when it comes down to your cover changes. So that's good. But the good thing about both of these units, or both of these characters, because again, it's 2 characters in one. But the good thing about this unit is they do have blast armor on special moves, so that's good. It allows you to be able to, you know, if circumstances are right, easily land your special move or easily land legendary finish depending on the scenario. So that's good. And of course, we all know the LF is Father Son Galick Gun. I've waited far too long for this, bro. I'm so freaking happy. Now, this is where we start getting to speculation just because we still don't have the details just yet. I think the biggest thing right now is what element factor is this unit going to be? Because in truth, there are some element factors on Future that are actually pretty okay. and one of which is red unit. They do not need a new red unit anytime soon. And this one is kind of 50-50, and I'll explain in a bit, but the other is yellow unit, because Future Gohan is one of the most well-aged units we've ever had in this game. Like, he released a while ago, and he's still standing strong, which is actually extremely impressive. So in truth, they do have yellow units covered, but when it comes down to every other element factor, it's safe to say that they actually, no, correction, and there's also green, because we do also have the Trunks that wiped out Mecha Frieza. So I would say those three element factors are relatively safe, with the exception of one, which I'll explain in a bit. But when it comes down to purple and blue, the Sword of Hope Trunks could be replaced. I mean, he's definitely not the blue unit on hybrids. That will never happen. Gohan is exponentially better than that unit in darn near every way. So yeah, that he's not getting any playtime on hybrids unless you don't have Gohan. And when it comes down to Future, it's either him or Vegeta Blue. So you can change between those two, but even at that, those two still are pretty outdated. Like, their age is really starting to show now, which is not good. So if they wanted to replace the blue unit, that would actually be okay. And also, it would give a bit of competition for Gohan, because obviously, since Trunks is part of the tag unit, more than likely they're going above hybrids as well. So if they are blue unit, then they're gonna have to fight for that spot with Gohan. But even so, when it comes down to Future specifically, they definitely could use a brand new blue unit. The main thing with Sword of Hope Trunks was that he has endurance if you're paired up with two Vegeta family or Vegeta clan, and or two Future units. So most people nowadays running Future, yeah, you may be able to get that off every now and then, but with every unit that nullifies endurance at this point, especially what you have androids, Gohan, heck, even Piccolo nullifies endurance. That ability for him isn't really gonna get time to shine like that, which is unfortunate. Again, especially with the androids, because you swap to 18 and you nullify endurance anyway while having element factor advantage against Trunks. So either way though, they could replace blue if they wanted to. It makes sense. The other one is purple. This one seems a bit more likely, just because if you don't have LF Rose Zenkai Awakened, then your only other option is Cell. And granted, I know people are like kind of 50-50 about Rose. I think he's actually okay. But I understand where people may have concerns concerning that, unit, which is fine. And then you also have Cell, who is not bad at all, but it's been a long while since they've gotten a new purple unit. So if they wanted to start refreshing that element factor, they absolutely could, for that reason alone. And then we get to the yellow units. Now, I did say that Future Gohan is still, standing strong and all that good stuff, which is true. But the thing is, it's also been a while since we've gotten a new yellow unit for Future as well. So when it really comes down to it, I see it being one of those three element factors. Personally speaking, I would actually prefer it to be either blue or yellow. And it's not as if like I'm saying, just rock Rose for a purple unit and we'll be fine, or whatever the case may be. No. It's primarily because, one, if purple gets another tag unit, I'm gonna be scared. Like, again, green was okay because the first green tag unit was an EX unit and they didn't even last long. But at the very least, if we get another tag unit, which obviously we are, please let it be another element factor. In this particular case, I would actually prefer it to be blue. That's just me personally, because again, at least Future Gohan can still hold his own. Trunks, not so much, in my opinion. But I would much rather have it be a blue unit, especially because if you get reverse blue, you have permanent element factor advantage against green and reverse green. So that would actually be really powerful to keep the Super Saiyan 4s at bay. But then again, at the same time, if you do that and these guys end up being extremely powerful, then within the span of what, 2-3 weeks, you just killed off the Super Saiyan 4s, which would already suck because GT darn near gets no love anyway. So it's I don't know. I mean, if they were yellow units, that would also work as well. In truth, if they wanted to replace Gohan just because he's an old unit, that makes sense. But the utility of this unit would have to be absolutely insane for them to try to replace that unit. Because again, very well aged. Very well aged. But apart from all that though, I am excited. Again, Zamasu, I don't really care about too much. Like if it was Fused Zamasu or something, that's different, but we just got a free-to-play Fused Zamasu, so it makes sense as to why we're not going to get a summonable one. But Father, Son, Galick Gun, Trunks, and Vegeta, it's time, boy. Look, I got my crystals ready. I am prepared for this banner. But I do want to know what you guys thought about all of this in the comment section below. But with that being said, I'm Ndukauba. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.